You are enough. Right now, exactly as you are enough. Hey, beautiful soul, let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and actually liked what you saw? Not just your reflection, but the whole of you. The messy parts, the healing parts, the parts you hide from everyone else. If you can't remember, then I want you to know you are exactly where you need to be right now, and I am so glad you're here. Because today we are talking about something that most people are too afraid to say out loud. You are not broken. You have never been broken. You are a human being who has been through some things, and honey, those things were hard. But hard is not the same as hopeless, and wounded is not the same as ruined. There is a difference, and today we are going to find it together. Say this with me right now, wherever you are. I am not broken, I am healing. Go ahead, say it again. I am not broken, I am healing. One more time, and mean it. I am not broken, I am healing, and I am whole. Good, because those words matter. Your words matter. What you say to yourself every single day is literally shaping the life you are living and the life you are about to live. And that is not just motivational fluff. That is how your mind works. That is how your cells respond to your thoughts. That is how the whole magnificent system of you operates. So we are going to use that today. Now, before we go any further, I want to do something that most people skip over. I want to acknowledge you, not the highlight reel version of you, not the version that shows up smiling on social media, the real you, the one who maybe cried in the car this week, the one who has old wounds that still sting when life presses on them in just the right wrong way, the one who has been told, either by people or by circumstances, that you are too much or not enough or somehow fundamentally flawed. I see you. And I want to say this as clearly and as lovingly as I possibly can. Whatever you have been through, whatever was done to you, whatever you have done, whatever chapter of your life you are trying to close, it has not destroyed you. You are still here. And the fact that you are still here, still seeking, still reaching for something better, that is not weakness. That is one of the most powerful things a human being can do. Let me tell you something about emotional wounds. They are sneaky little things. They don't always announce themselves. Sometimes they show up as anger you can't quite explain. Sometimes they show up as that low hum of sadness that follows you around even on good days. Sometimes they show up as self-sabotage, where things are going well and some part of you just pulls the plug. Sound familiar? You are not alone. Not even a little bit. A lot of us are walking around with wounds we never even named. Wounds from childhood that got tucked away because we had to keep going. Wounds from relationships that taught us the wrong things about our own worth. Wounds from failure, from rejection, from loss, from words that someone said to us 20 years ago that we still somehow hear in our own voice today. Say this with me now. I release the past with love. I am free to heal. I release the past with love. I am free to heal. Let that land somewhere in your chest, because the past is not your permanent address. You do not have to live there. Here is something that changed everything for me, and I want to share it with you because this is the kind of thing that sounds simple and actually is simple, but that does not mean it is easy. Ready? Your thoughts are not facts. Your beliefs about yourself are not facts. They are just thoughts. They are just beliefs. And here is the beautiful, almost ridiculous thing about beliefs. You can change them. You literally have the power to choose a new one right now, today. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, okay, but you don't know what I've been through. You don't know how deep this goes. And you are right. I don't know your specific story, but I know this. Every single person who has ever healed from something deep was once standing exactly where you are standing, thinking exactly what you are thinking, feeling exactly what you are feeling. The difference between the people who heal and the people who don't is not that the healers had easier lives. It is that they made a decision, a daily, sometimes hourly, sometimes minute-by-minute decision to choose themselves, to choose healing, to choose the next thought over the last one. So let's talk about how you actually do that. Because inspiration without action is just entertainment, and you deserve more than a good feeling that fades by Tuesday. The first thing I want you to do, and you can do this today, is to start catching the voice. You know the one. The voice that says things like, "Of course that happened to me," or "I always mess things up," or "Who do I think I am?" That voice, the one that sounds like it's protecting you but is actually just keeping you small. When you hear it, I want you to first just notice it. Don't fight it. Don't beat yourself up for having it. Just notice it the way you would notice a cloud passing across the sky. Oh, there's that thought again. Hello, thought. And then gently, lovingly, deliberately, offer yourself a different one. If the voice says, "I am not lovable," you look it right in the eye and you say, "I am deeply loved and worthy of love." If the voice says, "I will never get past this," you say, "I am healing more every day." If the voice says, "There is something wrong with me," you say, "I love and accept myself exactly as I am right now." Repeat after me. I love and accept myself exactly as I am right now. I am worthy of love, peace, and joy. My past does not define my future. I am healing, growing, and becoming. Life supports me, and I am safe. These are not just pretty words. These are instructions to your nervous system. These are new pathways being carved into your brain every single time you choose to say them instead of the old story. And yes, it might feel awkward at first. It might feel fake. Say them anyway, especially when it feels fake. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between something that feels true and something that is said consistently with intention. It just starts to believe what it hears most often. So let's give it something worth believing. Now, the second thing I want you to do is to give your body some credit. Because healing is not just mental. It is not just spiritual. It is physical too. Emotional wounds live in the body. That tightness in your chest, that knot in your stomach, that heaviness in your shoulders, that is not just stress. That is stored experience. And your body has been carrying it faithfully and quietly, often for years. So today, even once, I want you to put your hand on your heart. Literally. Right now, if you want, put your hand on your heart and take 3 slow, deep breaths. And with each breath out, just say, "I release what no longer serves me. I release what no longer serves me. I release what no longer serves me." That is not nothing. That is you communicating with the deepest part of yourself. That is you giving your body permission to let go. And you might not feel a dramatic shift immediately, and that is okay. Healing is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is just quiet and consistent and brave. Let me say something about bravery for a second, because I think we have the wrong idea about what it looks like. We think brave is jumping out of planes or starting revolutions, and sometimes it is. But for a lot of us, on a lot of days, brave looks like getting out of bed when you really didn't want to. Brave looks like saying no when you're used to saying yes to keep the peace. Brave looks like looking in the mirror and deciding just for today to be a little kinder to yourself than you were yesterday. Repeat this one with me. I am braver than I believe. I am stronger than I feel. And I am more capable than I know. The third thing, and this one might surprise you, is to stop making your healing into a performance. We live in a world where everything is documented and shared and rated, and somewhere along the way, a lot of us started to feel like our healing had to look a certain way too. Like we should be journaling with the perfect pen, or meditating for 45 minutes at sunrise, or posting our growth journey online for others to validate. And if we're not doing it like that, maybe we are not really healing. That is nonsense. Complete and utter nonsense. Your healing belongs to you. It can be messy, it can be slow. It can happen in the car, or in the shower, or during a walk where you just cry for no reason and then feel strangely better. That counts. All of it counts. What matters is that you keep going. Not perfectly, not beautifully, just consistently, just with intention, just with the tiniest bit of willingness to believe that things can get better. Because they can. I promise you they absolutely can. Say this with me. I am willing to release the past. I am willing to believe in my healing. I am willing to love myself today. Now, I want to talk about forgiveness for a moment, because I know it's the word that makes some of you want to close the tab. And I understand that. Forgiveness has been so misunderstood, so weaponized, used to minimize real pain, to rush people past their wounds before they're ready. So let me tell you what forgiveness is not. It is not saying what happened was okay. It is not excusing the person who hurt you. It is not even necessarily reconciling with them or letting them back into your life. Forgiveness is something you do for you. It is the decision to stop letting what happened live rent-free in your mind and body at the expense of your own peace. It is saying, I am no longer willing to carry this as my identity. I am willing to set this down, not for them, but for me. And if you are not there yet, that is okay. Forgiveness is not a destination you arrive at in one leap. It is a practice. It is a willingness. And the willingness is enough to start. Try saying this. I am willing to release resentment for my own freedom. I choose peace over pain. I deserve to be free. Now let's talk about affirmations, because we have been doing them throughout this whole time, and I want to make sure you understand why they work and not just that they do. When you repeat a new thought consistently, you are literally creating new neural pathways in the brain. You are interrupting old patterns of thinking that may have been running on autopilot for years, decades even. You are essentially reprogramming the inner voice. And before you say that sounds too woo-woo, know that this is actual neuroscience. The brain is neuroplastic, meaning it can change at any age, under any circumstances, with consistent new input. You are not stuck in any pattern that you are willing to consistently challenge. But here's the key. The affirmations have to be said with feeling, not robotically. Not like you're reading a grocery list. Say them like you mean them. Or say them like you're trying to mean them. Say them with a little fire behind them, with a little hope, with a little bit of that part of you that knows, deep down, that you are worth this effort. Repeat after me. I am worthy of all the good life has to offer. I am healing at the perfect pace for me. My life is getting better and better. I trust the process of my own becoming. I choose to see myself through the eyes of love. Yes, yes to all of that. Here is another thing I really want you to hear. You do not have to have it all figured out. You do not have to be finished healing to be happy. You do not have to wait until everything is resolved, until every wound is closed, until every old belief is replaced. before you are allowed to enjoy your life. Joy is not a reward at the end of healing. Joy is actually one of the fastest vehicles to get you there. So if something makes you laugh today, let it. If something makes you feel light today, lean into it. You are allowed to have good moments in the middle of hard seasons. That is not denial. That is wisdom. I want you to do something after you finish watching this. I want you to pick one, just one, of the affirmations from today. Write it somewhere you will see it tomorrow morning. Your bathroom mirror, your phone wallpaper, a sticky note on your coffee machine. And I want you to say it first thing, before the news, before the notifications, before anything else gets to tell you who you are today. You tell yourself, out loud, with intention, even if it feels silly, especially if it feels silly. Because here is what I know about you. Even though we have never met, you would not be here right now if some part of you didn't believe that healing was possible. You would not have clicked on this video, you would not have stayed this long if there wasn't a part of you reaching for something better. That part of you is not delusional. That part of you is right. Healing is possible for you with the exact history you have, with the exact wounds you carry, with the exact doubts and fears and complicated feelings and all of it. Healing is possible. You are not broken. You were never broken. You are a magnificent, resilient, beautifully complicated human being who is learning, who is growing, who is healing, even on the days when it doesn't feel like it. And every single day that you choose to keep going, every time you choose one kinder thought over a cruel one, every time you put your hand on your heart and breathe, you are doing the work. And that work is sacred. Before I let you go, say these with me one more time. I am not broken. I am healing. I love and accept myself completely. I am worthy of a beautiful life. My healing is happening right now. If this spoke to something in you today, please leave a comment below and tell me which affirmation hit the hardest. Because your words might be exactly what someone else scrolling through the comments needs to see today. And if you want more of this, more truth, more tools, more of this kind of conversation that treats you like the whole worthy person you are, then subscribe, because we are just getting started. There is so much more where this came from, and I genuinely cannot wait to see you in the next one. Take care of yourself today. You are so very worth it.